Portland, Oregon, a city proud of its basketball team, a team that once seemed destined for greatness. But behind the cheers, the banners, and the packed arenas, there was a darker story. Drugs, guns, locker room chaos, arrests, and a team of stars who couldn't stay out of trouble. This is the story of the Portland Trailblazers' dark era, the years that earned them the infamous nickname, the Jailblazers. At the turn of the millennium, the Blazers were more than a team. They were a powerhouse in the NBA, talented, fast, and aggressive on the court. In 2000, they came within one game of the NBA Finals. The city had hope. Fans believed this was their championship team. But it was also a fragile ecosystem. Behind closed doors, decisions were being made that would change the trajectory forever. General manager 𝐉𝐨𝐬𝐧 was building a roster full of high-risk, high-reward talent, players with immense skill but checkered pasts. Rasheed Wallace, Bonzi Wells, Damon Stoudemire, Ruben Patterson, Shawn Kemp. Names that should have been synonymous with dominance on the court. Instead, many became headlines for all the wrong reasons. Arrests, drug incidents, fights, both inside and outside the arena, were becoming common. The locker room was no longer a place of unity. It was a ticking time bomb. Fans started to notice. The team that could have been legendary was spiraling into infamy. The Jailblazers era begins. By the early 2000s, the nickname had taken hold, the Jailblazers. Media and fans weren't exaggerating. Players were involved in arrests for marijuana possession, DUI, domestic disputes, and even more serious charges. Court appearances and off-court controversies were as common as games and practices. Portland wasn't just watching basketball, it was watching a circus of talent and trouble unfold. One of the most notorious incidents involved Ruben Patterson. Known for his physicality on the court, off-court, he had a string of legal troubles including domestic assault and firearms charges. Shawn Kemp, former Seattle Supersonics star, joined the Blazers with hopes of reviving his career, but quickly became entangled in off-court issues, including drug possession and legal disputes. Even Rasheed Wallace, a defensive powerhouse, struggled with confrontations, fines, and suspensions. The problems weren't only about individual players. The locker room culture allowed this chaos to thrive. Discipline was inconsistent, leadership was weak, and some players openly flouted team rules. Coaches tried to maintain control, but the mix of volatile personalities made it nearly impossible. Fans noticed the shift. Blazers games were still exciting, but something was off. Wins were overshadowed by off-court drama. Portland, a small market city, suddenly had its pride tarnished. Media coverage highlighted the arrests and controversies more than the wins. Sponsors and local businesses hesitated. Community leaders questioned what was happening to the city's franchise. The passion of Blazers fans was being tested. For many, the excitement of NBA basketball was now paired with embarrassment and frustration. On the court, the chaos translated into inconsistency. Games were won with flashes of brilliance, but lost to poor discipline and mental lapses. Team chemistry suffered. Coaches often struggled to focus players on basketball when off-court distractions dominated headlines. A roster built for greatness was being undone, not by rival teams, but by its own instability. National media began to label the team the Jailblazers, and the stigma stuck. Magazine covers, newspaper articles, and sports commentary painted Portland as the NBA's problem franchise. It wasn't just about arrests, it was about perception. Players who might have had clean reputations were tainted by association. The narrative was set. Talent couldn't overcome the team's reputation for misconduct. Looking back, the Jailblazers era is a cautionary tale about talent, discipline, and organizational culture. The city of Portland and the fans endured embarrassment, frustration, and heartbreak. But it's also a story of what happens when leadership fails to set boundaries, when talent is prioritized over character, and when media scrutiny magnifies every mistake. Eventually, the Blazers began to rebuild. New management, stricter discipline, and a focus on accountability helped the team regain some credibility. Players who survived the era learned hard lessons about life in the spotlight. The nickname Jailblazers remains a dark but unforgettable chapter in NBA history. A reminder that skill alone cannot sustain a franchise. The story of the Portland Trailblazers' dark era is more than a sports saga. It's a story of talent, temptation, and the consequences of choices. For fans, it's a memory of excitement and disappointment, brilliance and chaos. And for the NBA, it's a lesson in the power of culture, leadership, and the human side of the game. If you want to understand the full rise and fall of the Jailblazers, this is a chapter you cannot ignore. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts about the most shocking Blazers moment you remember.